Welcome to SA Footballer TV with TJ and Nosey.
Big Tony.
Good mate, Div 7, thanks to all our great sponsors who flash up constantly on the screen, so we won't mention them anymore. Yep. We'll get straight into the action, Nosey, and where are we starting our journey?
Division 7 today there, Tom. Century United and Tedri Gully. Final score was Tedri Gully 19 goals 7, defeated Century United 4 goals 9.
Interesting to note, it was at Mofflin. We thought that would make it a closer game, but I think we both tipped Tedri Gully. And,
no, I tipped the units.
That's good honesty, I was testing you there.
No, I tipped the units,
the Gullies, and it was one man that did all the damage. He was actually one of our award winners this week. He won the Performance Mouthguard Awards in our It's Our Shout.
Yes, sorry.
That was, of course, Penny with 9, and all single goal kickers for Century United. What this tells me is Century United are tipped to maybe make finals. They might be a tougher season than they expected.
I saw Jamie Jarman going in there, bringing some blokes from Hope Valley with him. Some other older blokes returning that had gone to Smithfield and the lights around the area coming back would make them fairly strong. But I'm a bit shocked to see their results thus far. But saying that, they'll gather momentum, I think, in time. So,
they'll certainly be tough to beat at home as the year goes by.
Yes.
Bit of a elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about Rosie.
Yep.
But
it's a big elephant.
Tea Tree Gully, B grade, really struggled on the weekend, and you look at their C grade beating a team like Century United by 15 goals. I think there might be maybe a little bit of restructuring of that. I know it's a very young B grade at Tea Tree. They might need to restructure some of their players a little bit. I think maybe
a few of them blokes, the likes of Penny and that, I've been told that it's a fairly large forward line, not in large at all. If their B grade are struggling, they may need some of their blokes to go up. So.
Yeah, you don't want to see your B grade get beaten every week and your C grade winning by 15 goals, but it could just be a while. So let's move to the only other really close game, I think, of the day. It was Adelaide Uni 13-6-84, going down to Parry Hills 17-15, 117. Parry Hills all the rage before the season started. Didn't probably have it all their own way as expected.
No, that's the feedback that I've got from the game, that Uni were fairly consistent. Parry Hills probably their class. Their forwards in Cree and Hansen. Cree kicking 6, Hansen with 5.
Yeah,
probably
between them. You're going to win. If
it was probably the difference. But saying that, Robinson kicked 5 for Uni as well. Best players are McGowan and Gardner, and Barrett and Rebick for Parry Hills. Good to see Rebs off of TV these days and back chasing the pigskin.
What was he doing on TV?
He was on House Rules.
That's really interesting. I've never watched the show that in my life. So did he win?
Bit of reality TV, Ryan, and
did he win?
I don't know. I knew that he was on it, but good bloke, Rebs.
Bit mail about Parry Hills, a few on-field arguments on the weekend, so it'll be interesting to see when they're tested just how they do band together, because I think they've come together as a group expecting success.
You'd think with their list that'd be, I know OB wouldn't be putting that into their heads, but the boys coming back. One thing about coming from a higher division back to a Div 7, I've found is that you don't get it all your own way. It's not as clean as what your higher grades are.
Yep.
So some of these blokes just might take a little bit to adjust to that.
They certainly will be tested, that's for sure.
Yep.
And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out throughout the year.
Yep.
The other 3 games were reasonably one-sided. The closest of the 3 was your game, Wayne, so I'll just quickly go through some better players and goal kickers. You tell us how it unfolded. Mitchell Park went to North Pines. It was Mitchell Park 19-14, 128. North Pines 10-10, 70. Nate McDowell. McDonald. Did I say McDowell? No, no. I've still plenty of times. Nate and his brother. What's his brother called? Luke. Lukey.
I went blank.
Yeah. Hyde also kicking 4, McDonald 7, Bradford best. For Pines, it was the Dawson kicking 4.
No, actually, that's wrong. It was actually Dudley.
It was Dudley Dawson.
Yeah, Phil Dudley kicked 4.
Ducks and Drakes.
Yep.
And Sharp best for North Pines. Tell us about the game, mate.
Credit to North Pines. I said to our blokes not to underestimate.
Well, they didn't win.
No, but I tell you,
too much credit.
But till half time, they were up at half time. We burnt the footy a lot. I said to the boys at half time, we had to really think about what we were doing, not only when we had the footy, but when we didn't have the footy. And after half time, we come out and turned it on its ear, really. But we started playing the footy that I wanted to play. So, happy with that. Another win. Moving along nicely.
2-0, mate. You can't be too unhappy with that.
No, mate, no.
Prince Alfred took all before them, Division 1 premiers, and strong in all grades last year. Just hit a bit of a wall this year with the loss of the 8 A graders. Seems to have filtered down, and they have got absolutely smashed at our old school.
Yeah, they have, Our old days, Tommy, when we used to frolic out there in the grass.
Like happy boys.
Yeah.
First, tie and blazer on.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Brother Michael.
Yes.
St Paul's 24-15, 159. PAC 2-3-15. Short with the kick the entire score for PAC.
Yeah.
12 goal kickers for St Paul's, mate. Really good spread.
Marasca with 5 and Adamo with 3. Joey Adamo's class. I rate him highly. And Esposito with 3 as well.
Ralston deserves a mention because he was one of our players of the week.
He certainly was, yep.
And so here, make sure you check out It's Our Shout.
Out.
Because you'll see your name of the best players.
Yes, exactly right. I picked this, I said that St Paul's probably going to home wouldn't lose 2 in a row, and they certainly didn't.
No, they were very, very impressive.
Yep.
The last game of the round again, another one-sided affair that sees Adelaide Lutheran taking full command of this division. Absolutely smashing the Crabs. Smash Crabs indeed.
Yes, smash Crabs.
25-13, 163. Flinders Uni 5-11-41. It was at South Parklands.
Wouldn't be the first time the Crabs have been in the South Parklands.
I wouldn't know anything about that. But it was Finn Bin Chicken Borges kicking 6. He was also one of our players of the week.
Yep.
So Stoz now was their best player for Flinders Uni. Schofield probably deserves a mention, but it's a one-sided game. 38 scoring shots to 16. It is what it is.
Yeah, Kim would be happy with that, I reckon.
Yes, he certainly would. Kimmy Hilliard, the super coach.
We're on to a fortnight's time.
Yeah, okay, so yes. We're yep, okay. It's this week's games when you're watching it, the coming week. The next game after Easter.
Yes.
Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. North Pines and St Paul's, we can't dress it up. It's at Andrew Smith Reserve, but St Paul's have got a really good even spread. Rotate well, they will win.
I'm going to go North Pines.
Wowee. Boy, oh boy, as Brian Taylor would say.
It can be daunting out there. And North Pines, I'm speaking to Harves, their coach, have got a couple of players that we're going to come back in.
It's Alan Harvey, former Eastern Park player.
Eastern Park, Brummer Lodge, Sedan Canberra.
Haven't they seen some stars, Sedan Canberra, Sean Williams, among others.
He's got a couple of players coming back in after Easter, so I reckon they were fairly good for a half a footy, and I expect them to probably win against St Paul's out there.
Okay, we all agree to disagree. The battle of 2 teams yet to get a win. Flinders Uni and PAC, I can't believe I'm saying that. This is actually hard to tip, this one.
It's a broken nose?
It certainly is hard to pick in a broken nose, thank you, baby.
Yes.
Flinders Uni Sporting Ground.
Crabs for me?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Prince Alfred, I'm just going to flip it across.
Prince Alfred boys probably wouldn't have ever seen a Crabs, but
no.
Yeah.
So Prince Alfred, I think they've kicked they kicked 2 goals last week. They wouldn't have kicked more than 2 the week before either. They're struggling. You've got to take the Crabs.
You've got to take the Crabs. You have to. Nivo will have them up and about.
Yep. Big day at the Den on Saturday week. Mitchell Park hosting Central United. I expect your boys to be too good.
I'd hope so. We got
nice little drive for Central United.
Nice little drive for Central United. We got probably half a dozen to come back in. That had a couple of slight niggles that I didn't want to really risk for Easter, so we should be nearly full strength.
Teachery Gully take on Adelaide Uni. It's 2nd versus 6th. Obviously, Uni 1 win, 1 loss. Gully's undefeated. I think Gully's will be too strong.
Yeah, up at Pertaringa for sure.
Yep. And without question, shadow of a doubt, at the Paddocks, we've got a game of the round here.
Oh, yeah.
Para Hills and Adelaide Lutheran. It's 1 versus 4. Both teams undefeated. Para Hills, the pre-season fence, the team I tipped to win the premiership.
Yep.
Adelaide Lutheran have come down with a bang. Your thoughts? You'd know more of me. You've seen more of them play in this division.
Para Hills.
Para Hills
for me at home. I just think at home, got to go with the home ground advantage.
Just to be different, without having seen the team play this year, I'll take Luthies because maybe the quality of opposition they've met this year hasn't been up to what Para Hills has been, but they've had 2 100-point wins, and that's good enough for me.
Okay, no worries.
Luthies it is. Thanks for watching Div 7. We'll be back next week.
See you guys.